Hi everyone, how are you doing? How is your day? My name is Comrade Pralijana Kinwumi Olayemi from Pralag International. Can you see we're already preparing for Christmas? Happy holiday everyone. My discussion today is about tenants and landlord. There's always conflict between the two. Landlord gave me keep notice. Tenant, oh, no, you can't give me keep notice just like this. Then at one point, it will also involve the lawyers. But my advice today, because we are all going to listen to a conversation, my advice today to all human rights advocates, if you are not a lawyer, don't call yourself a lawyer. You don't know who is listening. You don't know who is copying your information, or who is downloading, or is recording your conversation. And if you are a lawyer, please, if truly you are a lawyer, please be conversant with the laws, the regulation, everything you need to know, and update yourself. There are times what you know or what you actually know 10 years ago may be different today now. Everything updates. Especially in Lagos, things change. Before in Lagos, you can collect 2 years rentage off advance, but this time around, if you do that, it becomes a crime. So you can, at most, what you can collect is 1 year rentage, 1 year's advance rentage. So let's listen to this for conversation. Before we go to listening to this conversation, the issue is someone has been staying in one particular apartment for 30 years. 30 years. And then the last one, after the tenant pay for a year, he always pay every year on a yearly. That's their arrangement. Every year he pays per annum. After he paid for a year, after 6 months out of that 1 year, the landlord gave the tenant a quit notice, and he gave you have the right to 6 months quit notice. The 6 month quit notice doesn't mean you're not going to pay. Even after the expiration of that 6 months, if you are still in that apartment, if you stay 2 months, 3 months, you are still indebted to that landlord. You still have to pay for any extra days you spend in that house. So because that's why I don't understand what the lawyer was saying here. Now, after he gave out the quit notice to the tenant said, okay, I understand. A month also, however, I think this December, the quit notice is going to expire this December. And the money the tenant paid will also expire this December. Then that man went to maybe a human rights office. And then the human rights said she's a barrister, now called the landlord. Listening to that conversation. Yeah, she started well by pleading, and that one said, no, my daughter is coming. He just get an admission in Lagos, and so she's using that place. Now, the landlord did the needful according to the law. 6 months quit notice. After 6 months, you give the tenant 7 days quit notice. If the tenant still adamant not to go out, then you now go to court. That is the provision. That is what you're supposed to do. All right? I'm telling you, I'm not a lawyer. I'm a human rights advocate, and I know what I'm doing. I know my onions. Now, listen to this conversation, please, and So let us all learn.
Hello. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. Please, is that Mr. Taiwo Folari?
Yeah, what am I speaking to, please?
I don't want to put in. I don't want you to know the name of the barrister, but let me try and push it. But here he said, "My name is barrister so. So I want to, push that up front.
I know you're speaking to Barrister Dejoke.
Ooh, yeah.
I will use the word appeal because when it comes to us, we use the term appeal. In the sense that your tenants, wanted us to talk to you so that you can just temper that justice on their behalf.
Which of the tenants, please?
Thank you. The name is Ademora, yes.
So what exactly did you want me to do?
Anyway, I learned they said you want to evict them from their home.
I want, or I've already passed the message since about 6 months back.
Yes, you've already passed the message anyway, but I was thinking the word want because they are still there.
I don't know. I don't really know what to say. Maybe
All right, thank you. The reason why I called is because I tried to let them know there might be something maybe you've offended him or something that's really transpired.
No.
So I don't know. So they wanted to know if maybe you want to increase or something like that. I don't know. That's what I'm calling to know.
Oh, that's good. You know what happened? I think I've explained to him earlier on that it's my daughter that is going to use the place with her friend. I'm not living in Lagos, and it's not proper enough for me to be renting a house for her. So far, I got a place for her to use in Lagos because she's a student in Unilag. And I've explained this to him amicably without no issue of maybe, I never expected that you will still be being on my toes of begging or pleading.
So be on your toes begging because they are used to the home.
Exactly, but exactly. He's a brother to me, right?
Them like kids. Your daddy is taking them like children, like family.
I know.
They are not finding it very hard to leave.
I'm sorry. I got no place to give my daughter as well. It's my real daughter, not somebody from the family or from somewhere else. Because I just have to let her be with her friend to use the place, and that's the first time of her going outside. So that's the main reason. Assuming I got nothing to do with the place, but my daughter just have to make use of the place. I'm just so sorry. Because I'm just so tight at the corner. That's the main reason why I came to Lagos myself some weeks ago, coming to see the KBC for a meeting or whatsoever. So I used that opportunity to check on him. Just so sorry, I don't know.
Then the situation turned sour. This thing.
Too bad.
No, it's not bad from my hand, if you could understand me myself.
I understand you, honey. I do. So much understanding.
Yes.
I understand you. Since you said you want to use it for your daughter.
Yeah, I explained to him physically. We spoke.
And sometimes we might feel like I'm a landlord too. We might feel, tenants sometimes they always think otherwise. They might feel probably you want to use that for an excuse.
He's not like that to me anyway. I've even been giving support all the way around since I inherited the place, and sort of things like that. I've been going on in the house. I'm always at his back. He never offended me. I never offended him. So that's
he said so. That's what I'm using the word appeal.
Being so nice, I just want him to just please, just accept like that, because I'm just so tight at the corner as well for my daughter. Just so.
All right. If that is it. But meanwhile, you said their notice is going to finish this December. Am I right?
Exactly. That's the reason why I'm just trying to make sure I'm trying to move closer to him, let him to know that I need to move.
Meanwhile, don't forget, because he told me that their rent is going to finish this December.
Exactly, that's what I mean.
If their rent is finishing this December, how much they used to pay you guys? Is it per year?
It's yearly, please.
If it is yearly, that means they're entitled to some months.
No, to do what?
If it is yearly, they do pay. Then they're entitled for some months for them to quit.
Which
because
month
their house rent is finishing this month.
Which month again? I don't know. I'm not letting you know.
Notice, honey, listen, let me talk. Calm down, let me talk to you, okay? You give them quick.
Hello?
All right.
Hello, you said, come again. That place is cracking.
All right. You give them quick notice when their house is not yet due.
That's supposed to be 6 months from my lawyer.
Yes, that's 6 months you give to them. Their house rent is not yet due. That means
exactly. That's how it's supposed to be.
Yes, it's supposed to be like that. But
yeah.
If it's finished, that's when the 6 months will start reading.
You know what?
So what lawyer will say that? I don't understand. What lawyer? Human rights lawyer. No, let's leave human rights. Because most of us that do human rights advocacy, we may not read law. There are some people, they are lawyers, and they still advocate for people. And then we have some people that are not primarily a lawyer, but still advocate for people. Now, this time around, we have someone who claims to be a lawyer, a barrister, and also advocating for people. So that means double. Now, why would someone with this caliber says that a landlord will give quick notice to a tenant 6 months before the rent expires, and then the tenant will now wait until the expiration of that quick notice and the expiration of the money paid as a tenant. Then the 6 months will now start reading again. I don't understand. Now, why are we all complicating issue for us in Nigeria? Now, this is a time everybody needs to know some basic things. Some basic things. I heard the other time on Instagram, someone who rents an apartment, and then the apartment is not, expired. Your rent has not expired. Then someone said the lawyer now came in, open your house and start building, constructing, reconstructing your apartment. And the woman just came into the house like, did I enter into someone else's house? And they started doing another foundation inside our apartment without any notice to her, without any permission. And then when the woman complained, they said, "Oh, this person is a major in the army." What does that mean? What does that have to do with the anything that concerns laws and order? And this was supposed to be a lawyer even talking. I was like, I just read that in the Instagram. I said, and the lawyer said all this. But that time I wasn't prognosing. But this time around, if someone comes to me, then I will handle it well. But if I'm just going around on the soft in the internet and get to know about this, sometimes I don't want to prognose. And sometimes when it got to my nerves, I will talk. Now listen to this.
What happened? Yeah. You are a barrister, right? Tell Mr. Ademola himself to give you the details, the number of my own barrister. Then you people talk together. I don't want to go beyond what I'm supposed to say.
No, honey, I'm with the paper already. I already spoke to him, and he told me that there's no problem if I can contact the landlord to hear from the landlord. That's all. You know what happened? I'm just using this opportunity to even plead with him as well. If he can just please kindly do as I said, I would really appreciate it, because this world is a very small world. If he's trying to play on my nerves and there's a month, there is a law and this, I never do that or use any law for him, because only that I don't live in Lagos. You've already used law by going through a lawyer.
Exactly. Reason is that I don't live in Lagos.
Okay,
I don't live in Lagos, and my health is not, nobody can do anything for me. I couldn't understand.
Okay. Let me tell you something. If you have talked to him, they call it dialogue. If both of you have talked face to face like brothers, no problem. But now you went through the law.
Another thing I want to tell you, whether even if you are friends, you are brothers, you are family, please always follow the law. I appreciate what this landlord did, although that time he had not contacted me then. If you want to give your brothers money, if it is a loan, now let it put it on black and white. My brother, you are my brother, but how much do you say you need? Oh, it's 2 million naira. Just give me a promise note. Oh, my brother, I want to do a business. I want you to, finance this business. In fact, you get a profit out of it. Make a promise note. Don't always say we want, like what she was saying, that you should have talked to your tenant and make it. You shouldn't have make it by going to a lawyer. You have make it a law. We are talking about tenants, and we have the rules and regulations boldly written. Like if you want to give your tenant, if you want to say your tenant should exit your apartment, give out a quick notice. If it is a yearly payment tenant, give them 6 months. If it is a 6 months tenancy agreement, give them 3 months. It is wide, in fact, black and white. Explain very simple terms. So I don't know why you now want to make it complicated just because this person said it's head bent on no. This person has to just move out from the house. Now you want to make sure your intervention really push that. That is not right. Right? Now at the time you get to the point that this landlord starts believing what the barrister said. He starts believing, this is right. Let's enjoy the conversation.
Means that you want them to go when you want it. Okay. Now, if you don't want to follow the law.
Okay, do you want me to say something about that? The reason for that. The reason is that I've had experience. You called me a landlord. I've had experience from tenant as well. I'm also a tenant where I'm staying now. You understand what I'm saying? So I never even go to, proving sorts of things like that. All right. Just for me to be on the safer side, you should understand you are a barrister.
I do.
That's the reason why I said, you let Mr. Ademola give the letter to you. Contact my barrister. He will definitely agree, because me, I don't want to say anything that will go beyond what I don't supposed to say. Mr. Ademola is a nice person, and I never. Yeah. If he could go in extent of saying there is a month, or as in to your own job, there is a month, is a title. Believe me sincerely, nothing I will do, but I will never be happy with him. That's just because this person is my daughter.
Meanwhile,
because I've been pleading.
Hello, sir. But any cocoa, and my side, you know, you will want to. So about to look to in see, and by being next month, by February, doesn't matter.
Cherry lawyer, ó ti take care. Tó bá yẹ kó fẹ́ kúrò ní truly ṣe bí lẹ́kàn lè mi gbé, tó bá yẹ kó fẹ́ kúrò ní ṣé ń gbọ́ mi wàláì inú oṣù ẹni máa kúrò. Ó rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni níbi tí mo wà yìí, ó rí bẹ́ẹ̀ níbi tí mo náà wà yìí.
Kò tó láwọn wọn náà.
Ẹ mọ̀ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀, ó rí bẹ́ẹ̀ níbi tí mi náà wà yìí. Ṣé ń gbọ́ mi? Ó rí bẹ́ẹ̀ níbi tí èmi ò ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ yín ṣe ń sọ yẹn náà. Èmi ò ṣe bí ẹ̀yin ṣe ń sọ yẹn. Ṣé ń get me? Bí ẹ̀yin ṣe ń sọ àbí bí Mr. Ademola yín fẹ́ ṣe ń sìn bí mo ṣe ń rí sáìn nìsín, èmi ò ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. So mi ò ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ o.
Kò sí problem. Bóyá kọ́ ṣàjẹ́ lọ kọ̀ọ̀kan tó bá dé pọ̀ tó máa fún wọn ní time tó máa fi gbalé. Because I understand mi owó wọn ò tí ì tán, ó tẹ̀ máa tán ní December.
Ẹ ó máa tán, ẹ má ṣe mi gbọ́.
December, January ń sìn wọ́n tẹ̀ máa tán máa pa owó tó máa fi lọ fi gbalé, ẹ understand èmi náà.
Owó àdá.
Bóyá lè fún wọn lẹ̀ bóyá kọ́ sọ owó tó ń jẹ owó tó máa san.
No, ẹ má ṣe mi gbọ́. Èmi ò sọ.
Ẹ lọ gbalé ń bò mí o. Èmi á sàlàyé fún ọmọ tèmi kàn sọ on their own right, àwọn náà ní ẹ̀kọ́ ṣé ń gẹ́tì ní sà.
Wọ́n lè kọ́ ṣe bí èmi náà tẹ́nàntì ni mò ń ṣe ń dìbò.
Ó ní bá kan sà.
Ṣé rí ibi tẹ́mi wà yìí, ṣọ́rọ̀ mi yé ń ṣe rí Yorùbá lẹ́yìn sọ inú mi dẹ́ dùn. Ṣó tí n bá fi ṣàgídí màá ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń ṣe yẹn. Ṣé ẹ̀ gẹ́tì tí má dẹ̀ fẹ́ proof lọ màá ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń ṣe yẹn ṣó ti yẹn. Ẹ̀dọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ pé wọ́n ti sọ fún ẹni
wọ́n ti ẹ̀ ti tèèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀.
Ẹgbẹ́ wọn ní ìyẹn sọ. Mo ní wọ́n ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ fẹ́mi gan bí tí mo wà ní ìdẹ̀mú wọ́n pé ìwé mi lè kú sílé onílé àfikún kúrò náà.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni sà,
ṣé ìjẹ́ mi ìdẹ́fẹ́ fa wàhálà ọkàn because kò ń ṣe ti tèmi.
Ṣé bá ní ráìtì yẹn fa wàhálà o? Ṣé bá ní ráìtì wọn lè lẹ́yìn kúrò nílé ẹgbẹ́ ìsọwọ́ tẹ̀sí?
Wọ́n sọ fẹ́mi bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ tèmi òun ṣe oníwàhálà lèmi sọ fún yín. Mi ṣe oníwàhálà torí ó fẹ́ ẹni ẹni ìdẹ̀fẹ́ ṣẹ́ ẹni yẹn. But the moment you shall I be being she re, Mr. Demorami, like point she honestly. Oh, very good, shall I mo shall I Mr. Demora. Very much if they want to.
Hello, sir. You don't buy anything. Yeah, well, what's up? Don't understand me.
I obey my Mr. Demora, let me back you now.
Ẹ fa bele mi mo pe nsa.
Yeah.
Ngba tó wá tó lè complain mo de ní okay kò sí problem ma pe lawyer. Ba ti ma pe lawyer yẹn ṣàlàyé fún mi pé nǹkan tó wà ńbẹ̀ ni pé tó ẹ ta feel ni kí n bá landlord sọ̀rọ̀. Mo de pé wọ́n de fún mi landlord lo be fún mi ní number en ko pé tó fún mi tó send sí mi. Mo wá ní okay kí n gbọ́ lẹ́nu yín ngba tó jẹ́ pé appeal ni. But mi ma gote ni kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Èmi máa sọ fún wọn sí pé wọ́n ní rárá o ẹ lọ gbalé níta o pé ọmọ wọn fẹ́ lò. Èmi wọ́n bá yín sí ẹ fa balẹ̀. Èmi wọ́n jẹ́ kó yẹ yín sí ìgbà tó wọ́n máa sọ ní December that means pé wọ́n ní kúrò lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ màtẹ́lí fún ọmọ yín ló fẹ́ lo bẹ̀ wọ́n lè kúrò lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ tí owó ṣẹ̀ tán wọ́n ní ẹ̀tọ́ fún month tó máa fi kúrò ń bẹ̀ but wọ́n sọ pé mi báyìí o mi kọ́ ẹ̀ ní o.
Let me say that again, because that is a general belief and that is a general insinuation that give me quit notice 6 months. I'm entitled to 6 months for free. No, please underline that. That 6 months of quit notice, you are going to pay. And if this person has been admonished enough to now say, okay, take 6 months, even before your rent expires, 6 months, according to the law, that I have to give you 6 months quit notice. And I appreciate that. We don't have to go into any conflict or go into the court. I've given you 6 months. That was what the law says I should do. Now, please, if you are really a barrister, please educate the two parties very well, especially when it concerns mediation. You have to be neutral. That is what we do in Pralag. We have to be neutral, telling the first and the second party that that is what the law says. Now, both of you now agree on mutual agreement like how to settle this thing amicably. But telling the tenant that you have a right to 6 months free, that is against the law. Now, the landlord has done the needful by giving the tenant 6 months. This 6 months is okay. If you need more time, 1 more time, 1 month, 2 months, you have to appeal for more. No, don't say you are not going to go out. Don't say I need a month free of rentage. No. All what you can say is, okay, give me 1 month more. I've been looking for a house, but I couldn't get it. Give me 1 month more. I will pay. Now, this person is now insinuating that you have to give them now their rentage is expiring this December, and it means you have to still give them another month of free rentage to look for a house. That is not. Please don't put our law upside down, please. Now, when this woman now portrayed so sweet with vocabulary and that kind of a boldness, the landlord has to announce, Abi, this person is right. That's how we mess up our law. Abi, she's right. Eventually, he succumbed. So now, Sherry barista mi le ba contract pẹ̀lú. Ọlọ́run inú mi á dùn gan. Ṣé mo pé máa mọ wá ara yín. Honestly, torí mi fẹ́ máa sọ nǹkan tí lẹ́.
Èmi kàn ṣàlàyé fún pé dáàmì tó máa tẹ̀lé
nǹkan tí mi ò mọ̀ ní ẹ̀.
Wọ́n sì máa fún wọn ní time nìkan.
Ẹ̀yin ṣé ò ń gbọ́ mi? Ẹ̀yin contract barista mi lóhùn náà ló máa jókòó ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀. Abẹ́òkúta lèmi ń gbé.
Tó bá tàjẹ̀ lọ court máa fún wọn ní time because they cannot keep
It is not the court that build your house for you. The court will not say the landlord should forfeit his rentage for a tenant. Whether now or never, or now or tomorrow, or now next month, the tenant will still have to leave, and the tenant still have to pay. All right? Now, after their conversation, this man, Falari, now contacted me. Please, listen to this voice note. Please, did I do anything wrong by giving this person 6-month quick notice before the expiration of his payment? Have I done anything wrong? I said, no, you've not done anything wrong. This supposed lawyer is very, very wrong. That is not how it's done. So, a moment he heard from me, he contacted back he sent voice note back to the lawyer. Sir, barrister, you are very wrong. I suspect your competency as a lawyer to be telling me all this. So please, if they don't go, I'm going to give them 7 days good notice, and after them we'll go to court. I want to see if court will now say, it says blah blah blah. And the lawyer sent a WhatsApp message. And now let me read it. Are you insulting me by asking me if I'm competent? If you had not listened to me well, then you should not quote me wrong. As if I want to see something different. I said you shouldn't have collected a year from them before serving them a quick notice. Underline that again. Okay, what we heard now, maybe we misquoted her. But why now saying, I said you shouldn't have collected a year from them before serving them a quick notice? You should have collected 6 months from them, 6 months from them, and then give them 6 months to leave. This is still not right. It's still the same thing. Now, my tenant will not say, okay, I'm giving you, I want to pay a year. No, don't pay a year. Give me 6 months. Quick notice. Give me 6 month payments. And then you have the rest of the 6 months. This is your quick notice. There are another 6 months to look for a house. So you are not supposed to pay for the whole 6 months. That is what this woman was saying. And I'm telling you right now, landlords, tenants, don't let anybody give you wrong information about the law. Or tenants say, go, you too can search, go to the internet, service tenancy agreement or tenancy between whatever. Check online. Don't let anybody be complicating things for you. You should have collected 6 months from them and give them 6 months to leave. And don't let me charge you for life threats. Forget about that. Listen to your voice note again. The words there are threatening to me and insulting. I told you to charge him to court because you refused the appeal. It's your house. Please do as you wish and never send me this insulting voice note again. So I appreciate that, but lawyer, I don't know if you're a barrister or you are just a human rights advocate, or you, please, anytime you are advising the two parties, I want you to always give them the right information. Then if you are not a lawyer as you portray, please, if you are just I'm talking to every human rights advocacies, I'm talking to Pelagians all over. Please never, never, never say you are a lawyer. Please, please, please. You are a comrade. Just put it as simple as that. I'm a comrade. I'm a human rights advocate. I'm a human rights activist. I know I advocate for this. I do this. Please don't call yourself a lawyer. And if you don't understand, look for a competent lawyer to ask questions from. Ask them, what is this, if you don't understand, before you start talking about talking to people. Please, like, this one is totally wrong. Anybody is telling you I have right to 6 months because I pay a year. That 6 months is free of charge. Please disregard that information. Oh, I pay a year. That I'm a per annum payment, and I'm supposed to get a year quick notice. That is not in the law. A quick notice, a year rentage will give you 6 months, and you will still have to pay, whether now or later. If they give you quick notice within your rentage, before your rentage expires, that's fine. If they give you after your rent expires, in fact, I will also say you should give before the rent expires. You know why? A lot of people will wait that's because of this wrong information. When they wait for the end of their rentage, now the landlord will now give them another quick notice, 6 months, and they will use this 6 months. He will give them another 3 months. They will use this 3 months, almost a year, and one day, this person will just pack out and go. All these 7 months, 8 months they will just use it and they will not pay the landlord. This is very wrong. So instead of you now waiting for this person's rented to expire and start now giving quick notices that will eventually, this person will eventually leave your house without paying all this time interval. That is very, very wrong. That is very wrong. So landlords, give quick notice before the tenancy a pay for expires. That is right. I've seen a lot of landlords coming to plan like, please, this person are taking away my money. Like, where did he? If you know where he packed to, that's very easy. We can serve in the letter there. You still have to pay. But this is a person that just leave one day and disappear from the radius. So you may not know where he went to. So it will be very difficult to now start saying you want to collect your money. So please, it's even good that you now take it to court. Even if at the end of the day, he now goes to court. The court he has to pay. He still have to pay your money. Please, there's nothing free tenancy fee. Please, that's my own discussion. I have a lot of discussion to make. I'm sorry, it's been quite a while before I come to. I don't want to be always doing live program if I have something like this, because like this conversation, I'm supposed to carve it and put it aside. But don't worry, I have a lot. My cooler is filled up with cases, but I will try and look for time and make justice to each one of them. My phone number is +1 862 367 4024. Once again, +1, especially for someone calling out of US, +1 862 367 4024. You can just go to any Pralag office in Ogun, Oyo, Osun, Ondo, It's saying okay Ogun zone, but it's saying unit. They are doing marvelously okay. The cases of land disputes, Fulani, he touched their land, everything like that. I pay for goods, but they didn't deliver it to me, and those stuff like that. So thank you for doing a good job. And on your town, I cite you. Ogbomoso, thank you for what you are doing. I appreciate you. I need to round up now. I need to go now because I have an appointment somewhere else. So thank you once again, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.